Now, in trying to describe what happens after death, you may have heard many people use the words Sheol, Hades, and hell. Does the Bible use these words? If so, what do these words refer to? Does Sheol refer only to the grave? Is Hades the same place as hell? Well, Dr. Lutzer tells us about these words and how they're used in the Bible.
You know, it's very necessary for us to talk about the dark side of death. In future programs, we're going to be talking about heaven. We're going to be talking about seeing Jesus. We're going to be talking about how consciousness continues, and we're going to be giving hope and comfort about what lies on the other side. In fact, we're also going to be talking about hell. But before we talk about all those things, we do have to talk about what the Bible refers to in the Old Testament as Sheol and in the New Testament as Hades. Now, 65 times in the Old Testament you have that word Sheol occurring. In the King James Version, 31 times it's translated grave. 31 times also it is referred to as hell. And that's what caused the confusion, by the way, in the minds of people, because, as we shall see in a moment, Hades is not yet hell. Hades is going to be thrown into hell, as the book of Revelation teaches. And 3 times it's been translated as the pit. What does Sheol refer to? Well, first of all, let me say, it is not just the grave. There is a Hebrew word that refers only to the grave, and that's not the one that is used. In all of the texts of the Bible, Sheol is always referred to as a shadowy place of departed spirits. There are several things that we know about it. In it, people appear to be fully conscious. They go down into Sheol. The Scripture talks about Sheol awaiting the dead. It speaks about those who descend into Sheol, into this gloomy, shadowy place where they are being tormented. It seems to be a place of isolation. In fact, in the Old Testament, what you find, though, is that even there seems to be an indication that Sheol has 2 compartments. Why do I say that? Because the righteous, they delight to go into the grave, into Sheol. For example, Asaph even talks about dying, and he says, "Whom have I in heaven but thee? And there is none upon the earth that I desire beside thee." That's Psalm 73. So Asaph was desiring and looking forward to a place after he died of bliss. And yet at the same time, you find that there are all of these negative references to Sheol. Now, this is what caused the ancient rabbis to see something with which I happen to agree, that Sheol you can think of as 2 compartments, because the righteous, they go into Sheol and they are blessed. They are with God. Those who do not know God, they also go into Sheol, and it is there that they experience gloom and darkness.